Good morning, Ethereum Sky. I am out here with Mike Hall in Alaska. We're having breakfast out in Anchorage in a city park before heading up north to the Tundra. And yeah, I'm filming with Mike over these last couple and these next few days. Mike spent a good part of his youth in remote western Alaska in the tundra. Mike, what did your breakfasts look like back when you were in the wilderness without any Starbucks, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts nearby? What did you eat out there?
Once a plane arrived in midwinter with the bulk of my supplies, what I brought in was sacks of wheat, oats, I think soybeans, and rice. And so my breakfast, I'm a grain fan. I would grind the wheat, okay, and cook that up like a whole wheat, porridge, or cook my oats, things like that. So it was basically cereals that I would have for breakfast. Did not have eggs. And then there's plenty of a plant the natives call ayuk, and it's also called Russian tea. Okay, that grows. It is the smell of the tundra. Okay, so it's everywhere. And so I, just gather that stuff, and throw it in the pot, and makes an excellent tea.
Is that the thing with the pine needles on it?
Yes, like you have that bag. Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, so that's so yeah. For the most part, it would be that.
And did you catch fish a lot too? Or?
I did. I didn't catch fish in the winter because the slough that was full of fish was relatively shallow, maybe 4 feet deep or so. Well, that would freeze solid in the wintertime, so no fish in that. And the river would get also very shallow, so that wasn't an opportunity. But
and did you have a cooker kind of like this, or did you start fires?
No, I had I brought in a Yukon stove, and it's a metal box about 3 feet long and about a foot square. And that was in the corner of my cabin.
And what did you use to start a fire? Was that wood or?
Yeah, I had a whole mountainside full of wood.
Was there a lot of trees out in the tundra?
Yes. In this, as you go back in the creeks and things like that, then there's forest, and all along the creeks there'll be forest and little pockets like this. And so I had plenty of firewood all around, and so that everything I just cooked over there. The previous year, I worked in a sawmill and had free access to things, so I made myself a griddle to take into the wilderness with me. A luxury item, 15 pounds of high, solid steel. But I put that on top of my Yukon stove, and that was my griddle for cooking everything. Then I, of course, had a Dutch oven too, so I could make my stews and that sort of stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, basically it was mostly grains. Before the plane came in with my supplies in November, I had only moose meat, green beans. So breakfast was maybe half a pound to a pound of meat, and then probably just have one other meal, and that would be 2 or 3 pounds of meat and a little green beans. So the diet was a little bit extremely limited for about 2 months. Okay?
Gotcha.
But healthy, felt good, and survived. And then when my food arrived, of course, it was just bonanza. And I took in a big grinder, okay, so that I could turn these grains into flour. And so that was a big thing. But I'd used those before when I was living alone, so I brought that in and had all this wheat. Just bought sacks of whole wheat grains, and then just ground that up, And so I did some baking, that kind of thing too. So yeah, once things came in, then I could make biscuits and that sort of stuff too.
Great.
So.
Well, guys, we're filming with Mike over the next few days. We're heading up to the tundra north of Paxton in Alaska. I haven't actually been to this area yet. It's not exactly where Mike lived in his youth, but due to Corona, due to funding, and due to a lot of chaos in the world right now, we're not gonna make it to Mike's cabin this time around. We'll leave that for hopefully the spring when it's more accessible. But for now, we'll still go out there. We'll shoot some small scenes. We'll get to visit a landscape that looks and feels very much like where Mike spent that time, and yeah, and hopefully we'll get some pretty cool shots for what's hopefully going to become a neat little personal story or a film. So do subscribe to Ethereum Sky Films and Media on Facebook. You can find our work at ethereumsky.com, and thanks for tuning in. Take care.